Hi there, this is Julie with 554 and Company with a tutorial on how I made these adorable candlestick Christmas trees for the mantelpiece. I started by using a 4x4 post, which I cut up into blocks. The height of the blocks varied by an inch or two based on the height of trees that I was going to be using with them. I then went ahead and gave them several coats of General Finishes Milk Paint and Holiday Red because that was the only red that I had in my stash. I did have to use several coats to get a nice deep red color. I speeded up the process of painting the blocks with a hairdryer so that I could move along on each side. Then I had some of these great legs left, which I asked my husband to cut into short pieces based on how I would use them as trunks for my bottle trees. Now, my bottle trees I have in a variety of colors, and I'm going to make a lot of different ones of these candlestick trees, but the first set I wanted to do in traditional colors. So after painting them red, I went ahead and used Debbie's Design Diary DIY Liquid Patina in Dark and Decrepit, along with a chip brush to add some dimension to that paint. Next, I pulled out my Village of Wonder Holiday MIDI transfer, which came with a bonus sheet of transfers. And it's really a cute little Christmas village with houses and buildings from the village in all different sizes. So I cut apart those transfers and kind of organized and planned out exactly which ones I wanted to put on each of the candlestick trees since they were all different heights. And there's all kinds of fun pieces, like there's little street lights and things like that. So you have narrow pieces you can play with. You can also bend them or fold them around the edges of the blocks in order to have your design carry over from side to side. Now, I did use my transfer tool to apply these transfers, but of course the package does come with a little wooden stick that you can use to apply the transfers if you don't have the transfer tool. Now, for this piece, it was a wider piece. It was a church that was wider than the width of my base. So you can see I'm using the transfer tool to go ahead and apply it on this one side. And I'm rubbing and releasing, lifting the transverse plastic on the corners to make sure that it's releasing. And then once I've got it adhered on one side, I can go through the process of bending it around the corner of the wood. Here you can see I'm getting the plastic to release and I'm getting ready to bend it around the corner. I'm just trying to get this one side fully adhered before I do that step. And now that I've got this side done, I'm folding it around the edge, making sure that when I rub it, it is fully adhered so that I can go ahead and use the transfer tool to get it to release. My last step here is to go ahead and use my burnishing pad to make sure that the transfer is fully adhered and to help remove any halos. And then I did apply a coat of Fusion Mineral Paints matte sealer over all the transfers just to make sure that they were perfectly ready to celebrate the holidays. My last step then was to drill a hole in the top and put my bottle tree in with a little bit of wood glue. And here you have it, a finished project. Follow me on Facebook and YouTube for more fun tutorials.